Okay, guys, so today's forecast is all about the masculine. Not saying that, there is no women in this reading, because remember, it's not about gender, it's about energy. And your masculine energy is the intentional action, okay? Now, we are still dealing with the narcissist in our energy. However, today's update on that narcissist is actually quite interesting. So we're going to start with the how we ended up in today's energy. And we have yesterday's energy literally written in the fucking as how we ended up in today's energy. Wonderful. The King of Cups built the foundation and has now become the Emperor, exactly like I said it yesterday, bringing to himself the World card and the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, and the Six of Swords is in the reverse for the King of Wands in reverse, who is also in the Strength reverse and the Hangman reverse. So his little antics yesterday of trying to come between the Princess of Wands and the Knight of Wands completely backfired, and now, like I said yesterday, he is completely stuck and he can see absolutely no way out of this situation. That's okay, because you're celebrating. You have made a decision and you have left yet again. Not necessarily leaving physically. This is probably a cord cutting or separating of the energy, because everybody who's ever dealt with a narcissist knows they will find any way possible to get back into your energy, like leaving something at your house accidentally. That reminds me of a Seinfeld episode where George did that on purpose, like 3 or 4 times to this poor woman. He like literally hid something in her house to get back into her apartment, okay? That's what I'm talking about, that kind of energy. You have had to leave again, and this time you have your eyes set on the future. Okay, what is the future energy? You are no longer trapped by the false lover, aka the narcissist, and somebody's bringing you news of the lies. This may be the reason why you're no longer trapped by this false lover, or you already knew that they were a narcissist and that's the reason why you left, and now somebody's telling you, hey, so we knew something about them and we didn't tell you. This actually does happen a lot. My own kids did it to me. Don't know why. They're like, well, we didn't think you would believe us. I'm like, are you serious? You should have told me. Anyway, what is the advice for getting through this energy? We came out with the Magician, the Knight of Wands in the reverse, which is this King of Wands in the reverse in the future energy, the Devil in the reverse, and the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? So, again, we had the Four of Pentacles in the reverse in the future energy yesterday, which I read the energy as stay flexible, okay? Root yourself in your divinity. I know that doesn't sound like normal. Usually you root into the earth. But you are dealing with a high level, dense energy. You are overcoming something that's been holding you back for quite some time. So you need to be firmly rooted in your divinity. And what I mean by that is, do not connect to any other source aside from your highest self. That is exactly what this magician is doing. This magician kind of looks like Jesus, just saying, Christ consciousness. Look, he has infinity over his head. Okay? Now I want you to also notice that he has a sword, a pentacle, a cup, a wand, as well as a scroll. He has all of the elements. These are the four different elements, the four major archangels that are of the north, south, east, and west. If you didn't know that, that's what those different elements are. They're the elements. Okay? He is the master of all of the elements. But he has this infinity symbol above his head, meaning he is directly connected to the infinite divine, his highest self. The highest self is the infinite divine. This is the only way that you are going to finally be able to close out this cycle for good, which is what the devil in the reverse means. This isn't your biblical devil, okay? That's not what this is. This is anything that keeps you away from the spiritual, okay? It is number 15 in the major arcana, which breaks down to 6. No, I am not talking about the devil's beast number 666. 6 is a number that tells us we need to realign with the spiritual and away from the material. So if you have anything that is distracting you from this energy, it will show up in this card. That could be codependence, which is why these two are chained to each other and to the pedestal. Okay? It could be codependence. It could be an addiction. It could be any kind of addiction, by the way. Social media addiction, addiction to porn, addiction to games, addiction to alcohol, illicit drugs, whatever it may be. Anything that is dragging your attention, escapism, from this. This is not the only thing that you are overcoming in this moment. When you cut ties with this, you're closing out a cycle. Whatever it is that kept you attached to this, you are closing it out. But you have to remain flexible so that you can be rooted and bent without breaking. Okay? You've got this. All of these other energies that I've talked about so far have shifted from the right side to the left side, meaning they have gone from the future into the past. And you have overcome them and you are doing very well. Whether you are watching these or not, it does not matter because I can see what's going on in the collective and you guys are doing fantastic and I applaud you and I send you all of my love and all of my strength and all of my courage. Because what we are going through right now is a massive shift, a massive closing of the cycles. Today is 8/1 of 2025, aka 9/9, the end of a cycle. Close it out. You're doing fantastic. Keep going.